Hi guys, Piotr here. This is LiteFinance Global YouTube channel and we are going to discuss very interesting stock today. Before I'm going to share the name with you, I'm gonna tell you that the company is based in Palo Alto, California, and the products include electric cars, battery energy, storage from home to grid scale, solar panels, and products related into that. It's also very active when it comes to the exploring the space, and the CEO is very charismatic guy. So we all know that we are going to talk about the Tesla, and we are going to check the chart from the higher time frame perspective, going lower to trying to check the possibility from the intraday perspective as well. What is important here, taking into the consideration what we have, the price moved to the downside. It was related to the split. Split was a 5-for-1 stock, and after the closing at 2,213.40, we've seen the stock split. So well, before you are going to judge the chart, bear in mind that this event took place in 2020. Alright, so let's start with the monthly chart and let's discuss what we might see. Is it possible that the Tesla will get back into the high? Well, taking into the consideration current market environment, I wouldn't be surprised. But what is important is to discuss from the higher time frame perspective the very important demand and supply levels. So when it comes to the supply, I think that on the monthly chart the levels close to 1,100 is the very first significant level, and then eventually if you want to finish the business when it comes to the swing high, so the next level of the possible supply on the monthly chart is close to 1,800. When it comes to the demand, the situation looks a little bit different. For 3 times this year we were very close 550 level, and that's in my opinion very significant, as well as the bottom after the stop count over here. And in that case we are talking about the levels close to 350, right? Why I think it's quite important is because what we've seen when it comes to this price action, once we've seen the upside break on the monthly chart, the pullback and strong rally. So that's why I think that is going to be very important level. So again, taking into the consideration the monthly chart, the supply is a little bit higher towards it's much higher towards 1,100, and then again towards 1,800. To the downside, we are testing strong demand around 550, but then again 350 as a very significant demand zone. Based on this monthly chart, I wouldn't be surprised to see that we are doing 1-to-1 for now, right? And we might see, as long as we are above 550, the rally towards 1,100 towards our supply could be in place, and then we will see. Alright, so let's have a look what we have when it comes to the lower time frame. Let's make some cleaning and let's move lower. Let's move to the weekly chart. The gap here That's what we were discussing on the monthly chart. Of course, the thing related to the stock split. All right, when it comes to the weekly chart, what I like here, and it's even better visible, the demand zone related to the monthly chart, right? It's also very visible here. And when it comes to this demand, I would add 50% of that zone, and I would add level close to 450 based on the weekly. So we have currently, right, that's showing how strong 550, 350, the whole $200 zone could be. Taking into the consideration the possible supply based on the weekly chart, here looks a little bit different. I think that the very first level is this bottom of the breakout candle. Of course, it's related to the pre-split, but that's what I would look for as possible supply. In that case, we are talking about the levels shy below 1000. And there is one more as a zone. I would say the whole zone over here, I would take 50% of that zone. In that case, we are talking about the levels close to 1550, and the bottom of the breakout candle, in that case we are talking about the levels close to 1682 based on the weekly chart. So as you can see, we have significant cluster of the possible supply, significant cluster of the possible demand when it comes to the Tesla stock. In both cases, monthly and weekly chart, we are very close of the possible demand. So looks like if you are going to do your own research, looks like we have initial upside break, and Tesla stocks looks really positive. So in that case, of course, doing your own research, doing your own homework, with the right money management, I think that that might be very interesting thing to do. Let's switch lower. Let's switch to the daily chart. And there you go. Let's have a look what we have on a daily chart. Right. Very strong support at 550. Confirmed quite a few times already, and well, the only thing the bears may try to look for is that we are having lower highs, right? So that's the line, but as you can see, that's the breakdown. And last week, right, we retested after the breakout, and as of now, as long as we are here, the further rally out could take place. The scary situation could be if we are going to get back below the line, right? So here the alert on a daily chart we might get a little bit earlier. For example, with the daily close below the low of that particular day. We are talking about the 8th of July 2021. If we are going to get the daily close below that low, that's gonna be also most probably below the broken trend line, and that's first alert below 625. Retest of the 550 could be in place in that case. All right. Now, it's not only when it comes to the demand, it's not only the broken falling trend line, also that's the level very important when it comes to the horizontal line. So levels above 600 are very important when it comes to Tesla. Now, moving forward, the first possible target is around 700, 720. Then on a daily chart, another target is around 760, and finally 880. That's how I see the things when it comes to the daily chart of Tesla. And finally, let's have a look what we have on a smaller time frame. Let's have a look what we have when it comes to the intraday trading. In that case, the first possible demand zone around the 600, that's what we discussed, this 600, 620, that's the very significant level, and the target to the upside, we are talking about this 700, 720 target. We might treat it even as a range for now, right? At least that's how this looks like. So buying the dip, we are in the middle of that zone right now, right? So I wouldn't say it's tradable. I would like to see lower levels down towards 60 or higher levels up above 720, and then I would try to judge what the next step could be. With that being said, guys, wish you great Tesla trading day. Hopefully you like it. Do your own research, do your own homework. Please leave the comment in the comment section below. See you around, take care, and goodbye.